I truly get my inspiration from parents with adult children that continue to learn from stuff on my page. So thank you, first of all. The first thing to do if you're watching my stuff and you're realizing that you do a lot of the things that I talk about and you want to share this with your child, the first thing you have to do is to be aware and ask yourself what need that is meeting. Where is that coming from? Is that about the guilt that I feel? Is that about fear that I have that they're going to estrange from me? Because, not to say that it's inherently a bad thing if you have a need, but you want to make sure you're going into it that it's about their needs. If it's about your child being seen, being understood, then you can approach it as like, hey, we are doing all this work here. I'm learning so much. I'm learning all the mistakes I've made. But more importantly, I want to have open a dialogue about how it's affected you. I really care about making this a trusted space for you. Do you feel that way? Like, do you notice any of this stuff? Because the thing you don't want to do is act out of guilt or fear. And I've done this before. I'll give you an example where you accidentally make it about you, and that inherently it's a subconscious thing that creates distrust in the relationship. So number one, it's acknowledging and validating your own behavior and validating that there's been a possible negative impact on your kid. But then three, you have to be open to what they have to say, because they might say, yes, you do this, this, and this. And you're like, okay, yeah, fair. Again, acknowledge, validate, and be curious. Now, here's where it gets tricky. You have to make sure in these conversations you're not getting your needs met, like your guilt is being reassured by your kid. One time I had a therapy session with someone and I was like very direct with them, and they didn't react in a way that was like, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. They were kind of like, their expression was kind of lost in thought, and whereas normally they were very enthusiastic. And so after this therapy session, I was like, oh my gosh, did I say the wrong thing? Did I rupture the relationship? And I calmed down and was like, okay, how do I handle this? I got supervision about it, and they were like, Kate, you may have not done anything. That may have been what you are projecting from their expression. And so don't go in there all guilty, like you have something to apologize for, when that may not even be the case. Like, be open to this not being a big deal also. Because sometimes in you like confessing or like wanting to talk about it, you're meeting your own need and it's not about them anymore. And so the next session I went in, I like said, hey, I noticed at the end of that last session you left and this was your expression. What was that about? Like, so again, I'm acknowledging, validating, and then being curious. That is not about me at all, even though that was like the impetus for me asking that question. As the leader, you always have to check yourself first and make sure it's about them.